Hi, my name is Brian Gibbons. I'm just going to talk a little bit about what virtual reality is and how it works as part of my Tech 1010 class. Um, so, essentially, what virtual reality well, it's exactly what it sounds like. Virtual reality is a simulation of a virtual world that essentially takes you out of the reality or the real world that you live in and places you in a completely new simulated world, typically rendered by 3D graphics being pushed by a computer. The way that it essentially works is you have to have some kind of visual device to be able to isolate you from the actual world and put you into a simulated world. The way that this is typically accomplished is through headset devices that have sensors in them as well, so that when you're moving your head around, they can pinpoint where you are as a person in that virtual world and follow your vision inside that world, making it seem like as you look around, you're looking around in a whole new simulated space. The other aspect that's required is some kind of audio isolation. Typically, this is achieved by having a headset that has 3D audio capacity of some kind. And so, in doing that, you can, have birds flying in the background away from you, and you actually feel like they're in the world um, around you. Whereas, when in reality, it's all virtual. The other thing that's required is a strong computing power of some kind. It requires a heavy amount of graphic processing in order to achieve an rendering an entire simulated alternate world that you're inside of. And so you need some kind of strong graphics card with inside a computer that has a lot of RAM and a solid power supply and also a solid processor. Um, there are ways to achieve this also with mobile devices now as well, like ways with Google Cardboard or Samsung VR. But in order to get the best experience, you're going to want something like an Oculus Rift or HTC. I can't remember what theirs is called, but um, just one of those higher powered devices that connect to an actual desktop computer. Um, but yeah, virtual reality, it's pretty cool. I highly recommend it. You definitely feel like you are in a whole nother world while you're using it. There's also controllers involved that you can use that show where your hands are at and allow you to interact with different things in that environment as well, which is really cool. So that's just a little bit about virtual reality. Thanks.